Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Comic Book Club. I'm Alex.
I am Pete.
And Justin's still away.
He's almost back.
Yes, he got sucked into a computer, Tron style. So if you want to follow Justin's movements, go to twitter.com/comicbooklive and you'll find out exactly where he is.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Hopefully he's winning.
Yes, I think so. He, last time I saw him, his light cycle was smashing into the wall, so I think that's good.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
That's how you advance.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
We have 3 great reviews for you guys. We are going to talk about Captain America number 601, Deadpool number 12, and Dark Avengers number 7. So let's get right into it. Talking about Captain America number 601, which was released in 2 versions.
2 versions.
Color.
You read color, black and white.
Alright, so let's talk about it.
Oh, man.
Color version or black and white version? What did you think about the issue in general?
Oh, I thought it was cool. I thought it was fun, and I really felt like the black and white artwork kind of set it up for this fun story of of werewolves and vampires and kind of like old school Nazi. And I feel like really the fact that it was black and white really kind of made it so much easier to believe and get behind and be like, oh, okay, yeah, definitely. And it was crazy because like I did flip through the colored one, and for me it kind of was like a little bit like, oh, it's not as cool. Like the black and white, like taking the shield and cutting a guy's head off. I was like, oh man. But seeing the color, I was like, oh.
Yeah. I did the reverse because I read the color version and I read the whole thing and I was like, I'm not really crazy about this. Yeah. It feels like a little bit of a mess. It looks like a bit of a mess. It's all over the place as a story. Then I flipped through the black and white one and thought, oh man, this is great. I feel like they're entirely different experiences.
Yeah.
Gene Colan's pencils in the black and white are gorgeous.
Yeah.
And really make the story, like you're saying.
Yeah,
really
it makes it flow and just,
Brubaker clearly wrote it to fit with Colan's black and white pencils more than he did with the color. And if you're thinking about which issue to buy, skip the color.
Yeah.
You know, colorists are wonderful, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you're
but
usually
the
very
pencils
pro-color.
are incredible in the issue.
Yeah, I just feel like for a story like that, where it's kind of like a flashback and you're telling something that happened in the past, and doing it with the black and white and doing it in a way that is artistic like that and really seeing the pencil work really helps with the transition and makes it so much more enjoyable.
Yeah. Cool. There you go. All right. So,
but did you say it was definitely worth it, or you feel like
I'm okay with it? You know, it's an okay old school Cap story. It's good to honor.
It was weird because there's so much happening in Captain America's world right now, and it's at such a tense moment for me that this was kind of like a, all right, let's just take a breather.
Yeah, it's much more like a one shot than
anything. Yeah, exactly. Which I think this is a good spot for.
Cool. All right, next we are going to talk about Deadpool number 12. You're a big fan of the DEADPOOL.
Oh yeah, the DP. I feel like Deadpool is hysterical right now. It's so much fun to read. Like when I get my stack, I'm like, oh man, I can't wait for Deadpool because it's going to be silly, it's going to be fun, and it's going to have a lot of action in it. And I feel like right now they're really getting the voice of Deadpool in such a great way. Sometimes he can be annoying, but it's funny, it's enjoyable. You don't know what he's going to do. You have no idea. Like I did a triple take on the whole, spoiler shoot, blowing his brains out.
Yeah.
It was hysterical and it was crazy. And I was like, what? Really? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. Danny Way is doing an awesome job of the series. It's fun, it's funny, it's ridiculous. There's really cool moments. I love the moment where the whatever comes out of a bazooka.
Yeah, the rocket launcher.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Rocket goes straight through the car, and Bullseye's like, all right, that was
cool.
Yeah,
it
made me laugh. Very rarely does a comic make me laugh out loud, and I really enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot of fun moments in it.
Yeah, and it's good. It's a hardcore, Bullseye and Deadpool fighting. You want it to be hardcore, and you want it to be horrible, and it totally is.
Yeah.
So,
and
great for that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on and talk about, I believe, Dark Avengers number 7.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you said in the beginning.
So let's stick with it. Utopia continues in this issue. What do you think about this, Pete?
I just feel like there's so much with the Dark Avengers going on, the dark this and the dark reign that like having the Utopia right now is just.
You sound like Grandpa Marvel. Oh, with your dark reign.
You crazy kids and your dark that. Get off my lawn! I feel like I really would have been happier if this event took place before or after the rain. Well, probably can't. But it just seems like it's just another event that I'm almost evented out where I'm like, there's too much going on. But I don't know. There's some cool stuff, but there's also like a lot of not cool stuff. Like there's not much that happens. It's a lot of like, hey, let's talk. Hey, somebody's doing this to somebody. Hey, we should stop that. Hey, what?
I think there's a lot of, there's a lot of good, fun, over-the-top movie moments going on here. There's some great stuff with Emma Frost, especially when she is confronting Norman Osborn, which makes you wonder a little bit about the future of the Dark X-Men beyond this crossover. But I
secret little kind of meetings.
Yeah, exactly. But I still feel like there's a lot of moving of the pieces. That's what I said this with the last issue too, and it still feels like this to me. Matt Fraction's doing a great job in the writing. He's really good. Knows what he's doing. Knows the characters. Knows how to make it fun. Knows how to make it move. But it really feels like, okay, these characters are in this place. We need to get them to this place. This crossover is how we do this. I'm definitely not going to say anything about what's going on with Mr. McCoy, Dr. McCoy, if you will, the Beast.
Hank.
Yes. But if it pans out the way I think it's going to pan out, then it definitely is just a way of moving the character in a particular editorial direction, if you will. I don't think necessarily wrong with it, because I think Fraction is doing a good job here, and it is fun, but it does feel very much like these moving of puzzle pieces.
The whole Beast thing was heartbreaking. Yeah. Like, see it with the towel and then the hair. I was like, oh, don't mess with me.
Sure, I didn't want to spoil it.
Well, yeah, it's a spoiler, but I feel like it's heartbreaking. I want to talk about it. I mean, that's like, yeah, it definitely is like,
sure,
some moves,
well, a little spoiler space here then. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so they're going to turn Beast back into his human form, right? I mean, this is a way, essentially, of...
You can't do that.
Yeah, but that's what they're doing.
Don't do it.
Well, that's... Okay.
Why would you do that?
He gets put into the Omega Machine, which slightly depowers, but not completely depowers mutants. Beast's hair and claws are falling off, so he's going to look like a regular human again. That's exactly what they're going to do. That's pretty much what it is. And that feels like not anything that is coming out of Beast's character so much as a way of, okay, let's bring in something new with the character. Let's move this character to this other place.
Yeah, I just feel like you're taking...
plot-wise rather than character-wise.
Okay, it hurts because it's like, don't take the coolest part away from, Hank. You know what I mean? Yeah. The fact that he's Beast is awesome. You know, he's a scientist and he's a beast. That's fantastic. That's fun. I enjoy that.
Well, I think he's gonna be the way he was when he was first introduced in X-Men, which he hasn't been in a really, really long time.
Right. For a good reason.
I agree with you.
Because he sucks the other way. But if it, it's one of those things where we gotta trust Fraction and trust the fact that he's putting things in position to make it better. So, but right now it's a little heartbreaking and it's a little like, oh God, don't do that.
Well, guys, let us know what you think about this. How do you feel? Are we totally off base with the Utopia crossover? Are we totally off base with Beast?
Also, I'd just like to say it's another perfect example of why Scott Summers sucks.
Oh,
he flew all the way in on a jetpack just to be like, and then fly.
I really like that scene. If you have a question, you can write us at comicbookclublive@gmail.com, twitter.com/comicbooklive, popcultureshock.com/cdclub, Comic Book Live on iTunes, and...
If you're in New York City, on a Tuesday night, it's every Tuesday, 8 o'clock, People's Improv Theater. It's a lot of fun, and you can win $25 free.
Yeah, and we have guests from